How are you, YouTube? George here, hope you're well. Just after doing a bit of a tidy up out here, I can see the floor for the first time in I don't know how long. And yeah, we're quite pleased with that. And listening to my good friends here at the ICQ podcast. And always listen to these guys, always something interesting to listen to. You know, it's not just limited to amateur radio, they talk about everything. CB, PMR, the whole lot, so always something interesting there, so you should give them a listen. Give them a subscribe, they could do building up their YouTube a little bit. Also available on the Google Podcasts app. Anyhow, this thing came here a few days ago, and you might remember a couple of weeks back we did the video on the Mark V. So just like buses, as we said, nothing come along for ages and then two come together. So John sent this over from Essex in the UK. This is a Cobra transceiver Mark VI. So this is one of the very last, and I want to correct a few things that I was wrong about in the last video, and I was corrected by Pete Jessup Jr., who's his dad, Pete Sr., or Radio Pete, as the forum people that are old like me that used to talk on forums will know him as Radio Pete. He used to work with John Nugent putting these things together. So this would be one of the last of them. Now, this radio, it does work to a certain extent. I'm just going through the bands here. Yeah, so 4 bands, 5 mode. She's well off the frequency there. She's at 2 o'clock. And now, what doesn't work I've noticed so far is the shift. This doesn't work at all. Now, I said in the last video that the way this worked was this was for your 10 kc step, and when you turn that on, you could select up or down, and it would go up or down 10 kcs. Wrong. I've been told that if you had one of these and a Mark V, or whatever the case may be, you and your mate could turn your shift on. Station A would have it up, and station B would have the switch down. So what would happen was the radio would have 100 kilohertz shift. So basically you had full duplex, that both of you could keep your microphones keyed and talk like on the telephone. You know, so if you know, stop people interfering with you and annoying you and stuff like that. So that was the idea of this, how this works. So in the future now, when we get into this, lad, I'm hoping it's just something as simple as a wire off this one of the switch here or something, because it's definitely not working. Good bit of propagation on propagation on 11 meters the last few days, and the boys were up on the mountain there last night and they worked all 32 counties in Ireland. Good achievement, and fair play to everybody involved, John Donaldson and Frank Cleary and whoever else was involved in that. Very, very good. But yeah, so anyhow, this has the scan and the whole lot. I assume it's got a different scan board than the other one. This volume control seems to be bent, as it is a bit flaky. Now it could be just dirty, I don't know, but it does look bent to me. This is not central in the knob, where you can see that one is, and so is that one. You see what I mean? It's kind of off to one side. Looks like it was dropped or something. But yeah, so he kind of wants this gone through and see if we can get it tuned up right. And now the only thing is, I'll say about the two guys that have sent these here, I've never had these here before. So you know, this is something completely new, so we'll have to see what the story is, and I have no doubt the Jedi himself, Mr. Ray Byrne, will be involved, especially with this one, because this end of it's not working if it's a more serious problem. And yeah, so quite exciting. We have a Mark 5 and a Mark 6 here, and I don't think there was anything after the Mark 6. This is definitely the last of them. And yeah, quite impressive radio. He's had this for quite some time. A little bit of damage to the chrome here, which is unfortunate. I always prefer if the chrome damage is on the bottom, because, you know, you're not going to see it there. It's a pity really, because the chrome is quite good on the rest of it. So we'll have to see what we can come up with for that. This one, all the digits work on the display. Not like the other one. The other one has a segment out on this third digit here. The top one doesn't work. Yeah, so there you have it. Jentec Cobra transceiver Mark 6. Another holy grail of CB radio. And sure, I suppose we'll pop it open and see what it looks like inside. And we'll finish the video there, so hang on for a second. Okay, so here we are inside. Completely different board. 2 adders on this one, and our PLL. All these adjustments here, what they are for, absolutely no clue. And yeah, it's pretty similar. Other than that, the 2 regulators on it here, I'd assume one of them is 5 volt for the logic, and the other one's probably an 8 volt reg, I'd say, or something like that. Yeah, so none of the chips are defaced on this. We can see the what they are, unlike the other one. We see the nail varnish, not red but purple. Yeah, as far as I know, well, maybe he didn't always use red. Maybe he used whatever he was able to steal out of Mrs.'s dressing table. HI, uprated regulator, same as the other one. And yeah, she's tidy enough, not hacked about. You see the mod he does up here for the variable power on the front. Does away with the SWR on it, because, well, unusual now, and I've seen it in the other one as well. In all the Cob ones I've had through here, the SWR bridge, he always used to take it out. But the Mark 5 that's here and this Mark 6, the SWR bridge is still there, but it's not used because that switch is used for the scan function. So yeah, other than that now, yeah, so I'll do another video. Quite a few radios in this week, so I'll do another video now right away after this one and upload it, and we'll just kind of run through what's going on here. And yeah, so yeah, there's our Mark 6, and we'll get to it as soon as we can, John, and hopefully we can get everything sorted out and get her tuned up and get her back to you over there in Essex. And another piece of CB history, lads. Great to see it. Same crack for rotary encoder. Doesn't have a push function on it, just checking there to see. Yes, very cool. Very cool indeed. Okay, so we'll leave it there, and we'll get you in the next video. Unusually, before I go, no signature. These are replacement cases. They're too clean. They're too clean to be original 148 cases. Germany. They're too clean to be. You'd always have surface rust on them if they're the original cases. So it has that protective coating on them as well. There's like ribbed. I hate that stuff. Can't stand it. Yeah. So there you go. We'll leave it there for this video. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Germany. Come on, don't be shy. Let's follow her down, just make sure that's tracking properly, which it is. Like when I flipped that switch there, now he should have disappeared that time. Anyways, we'll leave it there. I've said that about 4 times now. 73 and all the best.